And that's like Polaris, that's pretty cool. I mean, come on.
Polaris, man. Yeah.
CC doesn't have...
See? That's right, you got it. Yeah. Okay, I think we've got everybody up on the panel.
Long Sword, brought to you by Darkheim and Black
There was a time.
Who said a shot?
Okay. No. Alright, we're gonna get this thing started.
Yeah, note to self. Don't give him a shot.
His shot is totally different definition.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna get this thing started. First and foremost, I just want to say a couple things here. It's really awesome to have all of you up here willing to do this suspending. I'm hoping to have this over in under.
Okay, where's my call?
That's a good joke.
I thought you knew me, Theo.
First drink of the night.
Alright, every lie, take a drink. It's also just something that I noticed as we, set everybody down here. A lot of our players all come from really two core parks, and this board is very, very evident.
Hey, we got
a lot of these players all started in one or the other park. And I think that's really cool. That shows how not only just how Amtgard grows, in general, that's not something you think about when you step into a park and you go, man, where did all these people come from? Where did this all start?
I blame my mother.
Me too.
Very interesting, but I disagree.
Alright. I guess I'll turn around then. I've never done this before. I've never moderated a discussion before, but Talon's helping me out here.
I'm going to attempt to help him out.
Neither one of us have any idea what we're doing, so just keep that in mind.
Just for that.
For the record,
Are we recording this so we can mock them later?
for the record,
Yes.
this idea was conjured up as we were seeing each other in front of a campfire, so we definitely don't know what we're doing.
Yes.
I already knew that.
All right. I think the best way to handle this then is just to start out and do introductions. If you guys have questions.
Suck it, Theo.
That's how you moderate.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. My name is Akeo. I'm from Crimson Circle. I've been playing for about 11 years now. And I'm happy to be moderating this. It should be a lot of fun.
I'm Blake Allen. Many of you know me as the cursed, evil, insane rulebook living person. And I've been playing for, I believe it was exactly 9 years this July. So going on like 9.5 next year or whatever.
Hey, you lot! I'm trying to film this! Could you quiet down, please, and thank you?
She's the moderator.
I like her.
Give her a raise.
Theo, downgraded.
Give her a rose.
Playing for about 10, on and off for 10 years. I'm here for Ice Haven and for Trudheim Mythical Forest, and I'm drinking rum.
I'm Iron Wolf, the Striking Viking. I've been playing for almost 10 years. Crimson Circle.
Yukai, I've been playing for about 1 billion years.
Bullshit. I can vouch for that.
And I'm here for Ice Haven, Mythical Forest, sort of.
My name is Roast. I play from Raven's Nest. I'm the baby here. I've only been playing for about 21 months, but none of our older players can make it. So.
Go back into the old days.
He's scheduling by months.
You only have 21 months. You're in baby ages. Come on. Zyke knows what I'm talking about.
I'm Zyke, Wolfheim, playing at this park for about 3.5 years now. Almost 4, getting there. 40 months.
Shush!
Almost 48. Nothing to throw at you.
I'm Scar Gulavin. I'm going on my 9th year now. And I'm a Wolfheimer, so let's get this party going. He got it.
Of course he does. Alright, I'm Broton. And I'm Broton P. Loxel. I'm representing Miss the Dawn. I've been playing for a solid 7.5 years. So, and just like, don't think I am drinking rum.
I'm drinking his rum.
That's true. Don't give him a shot.
Social! Hey, in my defense, that was a Mithril Forest shot.
No, she can see me. She moved. Okay. I'm Volt Achievement Tesla.
Best name ever.
Lord Defender.
Lord
Achievement
Defender.
You realize you didn't even make the devil's play.
Well, with Pepsi doing that.
Hello. I've been playing for 6-ish years. I started in Mists. Oh, E.T.
Ethereal Ties.
Hi, I'm Hamlet. I'm Monarch of Dark Shores. I started playing about 12 years ago. And yeah.
I'm Nadir Isol. I did my first Amtgard class battle in 2000 in New Ulm, Minnesota. And then I joined the Frostlands in 2002 when I came back home from school and found them out here. I've been off and on since, barring a couple tours overseas.
I am Rear Admiral Lumpicus Starmount. I'm here to represent Starmount. I started Amtgard in August of 2004, so I've been around a little while. So I guess it's like 12 years now.
What are you drinking, Lumpy?
My friend here lent me some rum. I'll be sure to give it back at some point.
Maddox Silverhawk. I've been playing since 1990. I've been playing off and on. I'm a member of Wolfheim.
So, I think it's best to probably start with our duchies, as far as the overall discussion goes. So our reps for the duchies would be Amtgard and Broton, and do we have anybody else from those two parks? That's probably it. Huh?
You're from my park.
I am also from CC, so I'll help.
Although you're dead.
They don't like if CC starts, there's blacks in the mountains. Miss the Dawn, Broton. Where did Miss the Dawn start? Where did it come from? Who started Miss the Dawn? Who started Miss the Dawn? You are asking me. Well, luckily for me, the person who was supposed to answer that question is hanging in the hallway. Sage. Insert last name here.
Sage Walker.
He told me he was leaving.
Oh,
yeah. So, to my knowledge, because that was way before my time, and Sage said he would cover that question. It was started in early 2000s, about 2002, from a separation of parts. 2000, 2000, 0. You know what? It's drunk history. It doesn't matter. Because it was started when a couple people couldn't cut it at Starmount. That's what I was told. So when we have something like this, if you have more input to put on it, as long as it's constructive, feel free to chime in. Like I know Lumpy didn't stand over there, he had something to say about that.
Actually, this started in May of 2004. There was some park in an area called Northgard, which preceded both Miss and Starmount, which folded. Some members of which formed a new chapter in St. Paul called Starmount, and a couple of the locals in Lakeville started Miss the Dawn within about a year of each other.
What the hell are the rest of you here for?
Hey. So what's it like? What does it mean to be a member of Miss? To be a member of Miss.
Oh yes, and drinks.
To be a member of Miss is being part of one of the most fighting-focused parks in Polaris. I will stand by that. We are all about the wax. Tournament fighting, one-on-ones. Over the last couple years, that's been the main drive. Back when I started,
Big focus on questing and stuff like that. But over the time, it's changed, and it's good times.
Greg, take it on.
So, who in this room started at Miss of the Dawn? Who started playing there? That's pretty cool. All right.
Hey.
Amtgard, CC. Crimson Circle.
What a wonderful fighter. Crimson. Well, they started probably about 2 years before I did. It was like 2005.
2005.
Yeah. But everybody who started that party is named in the crowd! It stones everything! It's cursed.
Because Amtgard killed them.
No. I know Lofia. But I do have to say, it's gone through its periods, highs, lows, hatred, and love. What? No, people hated us. It was a thing. Yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing. But it's okay. We never cared. I mean, Crimson Circle has been referred to as many things, like a gang. We've been referred to as what we do as not Amtgard.
Amtgard?
Yeah. But you know what? We always have fun, and we always know how to get people out.
In a dark alley, that's how you get them.
Yeah, let's talk after.
You'll be dead.
Think about what you
That's kind of something to say.
Have y'all always been in
You're in a dark alley.
Have y'all always been at Pamper Park?
Yeah, pretty much.
What is the one thing about Pamper Park?
They let us. There's a wedding every Saturday. So they let us drink there too. Well, yeah, obviously. I thought everybody knew that we drank. No. Well, no glass. No glass.
So I have a moderator's clarification. So that question, what is one thing of Pamper Park? You're asking like, name something that says pampering, like that's a characteristic that you know it's Pamper Park when you go there.
We are allowed to drink from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and then the days that we're not allowed to drink, we still do.
There's an actual wedding every fourth day.
I am probably on more people's mantles than I can tell you.
Well, you are the striking Viking.
Hey, Alan, some days there are 2 weddings.
Some days there's 2.
Yes. Some days people get married at noon.
I love you all.
Hey,
So, who all got their start at CC?
What?
who all started at CC? Fucking circle.
4.
Nobody.
Up to 5.
Count 2. They're all dead.
Sorry, that was only for the election.
Yeah, they're in the bar right now. You can't fault them.
Yeah, that's true.
No, Dylan's drinking. We're drinking. Do you have any questions?
No. All right. I'm good. I did my moderation. I clarified a question, and then I added to it. Next.
Those are yeah, I kind of screwed up on that because I did mean to go to Frostlands after this. We'll come back to CC.
No, everybody will.
All right, Nadir, who started the Frostlands?
The Frostlands was founded by, and I apologize for not having my cool tunic here, the 3 snowflakes in our heraldry represent Donovan Sunrider, who was a squire from down south and played Amtgard down there, Grown Mooncaller, and Thomas Blackmore. The 3 of them founded our park, and Donovan Sunrider is now out in the Dakotas, and you think he swings by pretty much every time on the way to or from Gen Con and stops in and visits us. And Grown almost made it out here for this, but I couldn't quite do it.
Monk,
That's a
who all got their start in the Frostlands? I did. Again, I think it's really interesting.
interesting to see that, you know, like not only are these big parks, but they're parks that have spread out. That's really cool.
Parents still around almost a dozen parks that have at least attempted to speak along the crossline. Congratulations, CC and Wolfheim, for succeeding.
Hey.
Those parks didn't have a scar in them.
So what does it mean to be a member of the Frostlands?
We have a strange mixture that has pretty much always defined our group and culture, and it is a combination of college students and a combination of families. And it's a strange cross-generational thing, and it always has been, and it's been always kind of made a more or less welcoming and family-orientated park. Our first founders brought their families and brought their children in, and like my first day showing up at the Frostlands, there was Turtle. I think she was like 11 or 12 at the time, out there playing on the field, and we have always had the youth there, part of the family, participating throughout. And I think that's a large part of Acacia and Turtle's example from their family. And their youngest, who were at the time of the Frostlands founding like little babies rolling about, do show up semi-regularly. Keebler, who is Brecken, and then, shoot, I forget their...
Which is Turtle's brother.
Turtle's brother. Turtle's sister comes up to CC semi-regularly.
And if you're talking, when I'm asking these questions, make sure you talk out that way.
Yay!
Especially...
I am very interested to hear it. I'm only back here because I have a fat butt.
You should mention something about Frostland's diversity. Diversity. The fact that you guys have the reputation of being one of the most diverse parks in Amtgard.
Worldwide, national-wide.
It's, I think it probably has a large part, again, to do with Acacia and Turtle. Some of our first, like, 6 members, a third of them or more were women and active fighters, and that has always continued. Sarma was a big and active fighter, and we've always had female examples for you to show up at the park, and a woman can be like, there's a woman out there kicking ass, and the guys respect her, and I can go out there and do this too. And so I think that has helped hugely for our personal parks diversity, and I think the welcoming attitude that we always try to endeavor to have, and has also encouraged our further diversity over the years.
I'd like to add something, if I can, about what makes Frostlands. Not necessarily a real big positive, but something that you can take notice about is if you pay close attention for over a course of several years, we never stay the hell put.
No, you don't. We used to.
We did for a long time, and then we just started moving. And it seems to be a very consistent back and forth between Appleton and Oshkosh, and Nina is a complete failure. It is not worth trying.
There have been 3 different parks that have tried to set up and establish themselves in Nina and have failed, to my knowledge, at least 3.
Nina still exists.
Still exists.
I do think it's off the map yet. So I probably met, I think, 3 second-generation Amtgarders from the Frostlands. Like, their parents played, they started playing, they're adults now. We don't see that around up in the north at all because, I mean, the first park started in 2002, 2004. You just don't see that. It's really cool.
Well, it's because Amtgarders don't breed.
Well, they do. They just
You should have told Blake that a couple years ago. 8 years ago. Rule breaker! I would have listened, I promise.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, that one you take.
Dark Shores.
Dark Shores? Want to go to Dark Shores next?
Really? Yeah. They're old. Three Rivers Dark Shores, that's old as buckets, man.
That's true.
You're old as shit, come on.
So Three Rivers / Dark Shores started in May 30th, 2001 by Sir Garrick in French Island. And then it kind of waned in like 08 and then reformed in 2010 as Dark Shores.
Original name was Three Rivers.
Yep, 3 Rivers. Because there's 3 rivers that meet in cross.
I can always remember hearing stories of the raids on 3 Rivers.
Those are my...
You'd show up with like 10 people, and there'd be all these children running around.
Oh yeah, I was one of them. The first time I played the Battle game was when Frostlands raided us.
Led by, I have to.
I was like 8 years old.
Proudly supporting Frost Brew symbol. Frost Brew was the first company, I'm pretty sure, that was founded in the Frostlands. And they were largely responsible for all of the raiding and anything interpart that happened from the Frostlands in the first 5 to 6 years was because the Frost Brew wanted to go over and fight somebody else. So they're the... And drink.
It was all about swinging and drinking.
There was a glowing dragon.
We don't do that.
Better.
Sorry.
You know what? Wait until I'm done with this bottle. Then we'll talk.
Do you have anything else about Dark Shores you want to say? I mean, anybody have a question?
What does it mean to be a member of Dark Shores?
Not a whole lot.
Show up like once every 2 months and you can be a member of Dark Shores.
Who's the most famous member of Dark Shores?
How do you really feel?
I was going to say the guy who actually feeds us.
Oh.
I started before my dad. I started 2 weeks before.
That has nothing to do with most important.
I'm sorry.
Is the reason that I was able to get the Hell Rider to stay in the Polaris Corpora as an award.
Damn right. I got that Hell Rider and I earned it.
Who showed up? I showed up this time. I'm calling shots.
You know what? We're going to shift this over to Lumbeard. Lummy's going to talk a little bit about Star Mountain.
Well, Star Mountain's history starts, I believe, in the late 90s. It might be the late 90s when Dame Alessandra moved up north with her kids from the Emerald Hills and founded the Shire of Caroshay. Eventually, Caroshay folded, and its core members eventually, within not too long, formed North Haven, which eventually again folded and formed Mist the Dawn and Starmount. Starmount in 2003 and Mist the Dawn in 2004. I believe Starmount was founded by Sir Zodiac and his wife Topaz. Topaz being the first sheriff. And what? Okay. I transferred up there in 2005 because, quite frankly, Mist of the Dawn was kind of a hot mess at that point.
True fact. True fact.
It can't really be disputed. I mean, the reason my little playing card that we did says 2005 is because there weren't records kept until I moved to Starmount.
I blame you.
I moved there sooner. You know what? You win a lump and a lie. The Starship was calling.
Actually, we didn't actually. Starmount was the first space station in Amtgard.
2010.
I want to say 2000.
Was it that?
2009, I want to say.
Sure, it's like that before.
And then eventually Starmount just, it's no longer a park, correct?
Yeah. After I moved to Wisconsin for college, Raphael decided to fold Starmount into Mist of the Dawn. But Starmount and Olympus were the two forming charter parks of the Principality that eventually became the state. That happened in 2008 after the Rosetta Pact, which is the Principality that preceded the one that formed our kingdom, was around. That folded after an election that went, well, it was rigged and their amounts audited and recommended the Rosetta Pact dissolved. Rivermore formed out of the western parks, and Olympus formed out of the eastern parks. Originally it was called Steel Valley. Yeah, that's all stuff you can read over right
Alright, we'll shift back to CC then. Because we didn't finish. What?
I'm having so much
Hey, biased there. What's that?
You're being biased.
Let Wolfheim speak. No, we're holding him down. We're holding him down. Stop oppressing us.
know what? You want to erase it?
We should let Crimson Circle last.
I suppose. All right. We'll have Raven's Nest roast the baby.
So I'm the baby from the barony of Raven's Nest. I know this because I was the PM for like 18 months, so I had all the records. Raven's Nest was founded in like 2010, 2011. Feldon Hauser moved up here from Texas with his wife Katsali. Met a dude in Mankato, Minnesota, whose Amtgard name was Talyul. Founded Raven's Nest. Very shortly after, they made a very concerted effort to start recruiting. They managed to recruit a lady named Kirkleen, who used to play in the wetlands, who moved back up here. And actually, Kirkleen was a teacher, made contact with a man named Jack McGowan, who owns a farm, who runs a thing called History Fest every year, that all the high school kids in the area come to every year to learn about all parts of history. They very quickly ended up having an Amtgard demo there every year. To be a member of Raven's Nest is to be approximately of high school age. We're known for running quests and battle games.
True story.
Excessively and frequently, almost non-stop, because that's what our players love and die by. So battle games and quests every week. We ditch and we fight in tournaments, less frequently than that. We're a very role-play heavy park. Very shortly after Kirkleen, we gained a member named Mittens, who now is also a high school teacher, or a school teacher, and she writes probably the most fantastic quests that, any of the members of Polaris writes, and I think most of the people at this panel that have been there would probably agree with that.
They're okay.
Hey, questing is awesome, and there's just never enough of it. Never been there?
Yay, I've never seen you there, Vitalin.
So that's how Raven's Nest got started. There isn't anybody here from 10 Towns, but 10 Towns is another part of Polaris that the founders of 10 Towns originally started playing at Raven's Nest. They're very closely located in Mankato, Minnesota, and several years ago split off, started 10 Towns, and has, had its ups and downs, but it's been a successful park at times. It's been pretty cool to watch the child of Raven's Nest grow up. So.
One more.
Which talking on that topic of parks spawning out others, they might have 10 Towns. Black Helm Keep, Mist of the Dawn. That's right, it is new. Newest park. Just saying.
I've never seen any evidence of one.
What is
Black Helm's Keep is probably the flurbiest park in Polaris. Quite serious.
Well, when there's 4 of them.
Well,
When they catch up to Dark Shores at 2.
So as hard as Proton is trying to steal the light from Raven's Nest with Black Helm Keep, as King Sir Cuball pointed out, Raven's Nest is in the moment currently sponsoring another foundling park. It's been started by one of our members. They play in Lower Minnesota. The name of their park.
Painstown. Painstown. It's a fact.
The Proton would like their name to be.
Painstown. Shame on you for allowing this. Shame.
Go down the side. It's all guys' fault.
Go line.
Hey, Corey, you're on. He said not to say.
So, Painstown is a park. I like Painstown.
Where am I going today?
6 years ago or so, Ice Haven became its own thing. Initially, they were going to be a very strict definition of the sport. Ice Haven had 60 members. And with the course at the oh, that was way before.
That was way before.
Dude, that's Gunner, man.
No, that was worse.
It doesn't like when did all that like 08 or 09? Because Ice Haven started up right after I went to the course.
Don't ask. Just name up a number.
1974.
Crossland's full! I really hope that doesn't become a thing. So between you and Stuart, you guys have only been a part of several different parks in that region.
That's right, several. You're old, Corey.
Damn it. So,
let's hear the technicality.
Okay, so technically Metro Force and Food were the same. So, okay.
What about the Thunderdome?
Perk, the champion of the Thunderdome. Two men enter, Perk leaves.
Okay, nobody said that once. Like, we just picked up the
Mascot tree.
I remember when we changed names.
Next to the camera, next to each other. Those people care. Don't forget those people.
This is literally the kind of conversation that I want to use.
Okay, so
It's really getting into the drunken history now.
hey,
Talent. Don't keep the camera. Now talk.
Hey, it's my talent.
Okay.
I would break this open just for you.
Alright, time's up.
okay, so Metro Force started out like probably 07, 08. No,
No, it was about 06.
I need one more card. Wait. So I started up. Okay.
Started in 06.
Somewhere in that general run.
So, probably about 06, 07, I just moved up here from Texas. I had a friend down in Texas who kind of showed me the basics of Amtgard. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And now I have to move to Wisconsin. So I moved up to Menominee. I wanted to start a park. Kind of choosing, I was kind of going to be wherever the hell I ended up, and I ended up in Menominee. So, started the park, started working at Walmart. Met Nathaniel Wesley. Rage quit.
Rage?
We'll talk about that. I'll let you talk about that.
Oh my God, bring that up.
Bring that up. We will.
Open this can of demons.
Oh, yes.
Is this Pandora's box of
Yes.
appropriate for the panel?
No, this is appropriate.
It's appropriate for the panel. So,
Are you trying to censor our history?
The winners of the war rewrite the history the way they saw it.
dude, fucking nobody won. When it comes to Metro Force, nobody won that fucking thing. Nobody won that war.
So what's going on?
Everybody lost. So I'm working. I'm at the break of work. I have the Amtgard book. Nathaniel sits down with me. I want to play Magic. We play Magic. I'm gonna bring up a bunch of friends. So he brings up like a bunch of really like dick shitty fucking teenagers.
Hey,
This is not. Hey, speak to the audience.
And Corey is one of those shitty teenagers. Okay, that's...
Okay, in our defense, Corey might have been the only thing that Force did right.
I'm offended! Offended by that!
Corey is never right. Corey is never right. That man has a griffin. You leave him alone.
that's right. You gotta
Trick to Corey's griffin.
So, Metro Force, the wonderful thing going on is that we had no idea how to play Amtgard. We had no idea how to build weapons. We had no idea how to get in touch with anybody else in Amtgard. So we have the shittiest safety standards.
So were you like in North Korea, like Amtgard?
Yeah, dude. I would have been fucking happy. I would have, dude, okay, if we'd been the North Korea of Amtgard, I would have been happy to have been called that. We were like, what the fuck were we?
The swamp.
Nobody wanted to know. We fucking want to know.
I didn't know you guys existed until I came back
concussions, shitty guard, pulled in, Ice Haven started, Ice Haven did the thing, yay Ice Haven, went insane, and Corey.
So, so this
Corey, don't mess this up. This is how I got my second mask.
I remember that part of the story. Alright, so
this player name.
That's right. We were here.
Omniscient.
Yeah. Pretentious bullshit. Homeboy didn't believe in taking shots. We had
True facts. True facts.
Homeboy hit him. This is a leg.
True.
That was the top of the head.
He was gone.
Shameless. You hit him in both legs. Not hit you twice.
I could have looked at
It's taking me really slowly. Like, that was light. But I'll take it.
In Omnis and defense, it wasn't just shots he didn't take, it was also showers and responsibilities for any of his actions.
Alright, we're gonna close on Ice Haven here really quick.
It was a point to not specifically shame any particular.
Hey, he's Alright, so
You started this
I wanted to
Leo, you're
What does it mean to be from Ice Haven?
Like slight alcoholism?
it does kind of
Okay, one thing that I like about that I do like about Ice Haven that nobody gives a shit. Like for some reason we have
That's not what Facebook says.
No. We have this like
wrong.
weird like sex.
I am truth right now.
I'm drinking your truth, sir.
Her cave.
I was Zachary and I helped make that a thing.
Drink the beer. It's a thing.
We have like this weird like vortex of drama, but really 90% of our people don't give a shit. It's just like, I want to hit people with things. Like, okay.
Kumo, come up here.
That's actually.
Kumo, you deserve to be up here.
Decide it's not worth it.
No, most of it
So
is
they
the
just
newer
want to hit
Amtgarders.
people.
Most of it is the newer Amtgarders. Like Merrick, that's what I love about Merrick. He does not care. He just wants to fight. I'm complimenting them. I'm complimenting them.
I am Merrick by name.
Merrick by name.
Why don't you get started?
Wait, actually, no, I'm sorry, that's the wrong person for that.
That is the wrong person for that.
Really the wrong person to start Wolfheim.
Yes. Lane and Maddox, I believe, are the two that should talk to about this.
W, man.
Alright, no sour grapes here.
Wolf hub.
God damn it, all at the same time.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wolf
When did Wolfheim start?
Wolfheim started in 2012. I was originally a Frostlander, and Wolfheim was a brainchild that I was thinking about. Maybe a few months before I left Frostland, because I was leaving to go back to my hometown of Lake Mills. I started it because basically southern part of Wisconsin was no larger community, and before I talked to Ben about how many Wolfheim started, I was talking to Sir Michael, because at the time he was living in Madison, and
Maddox, shift it over to you. Yes. Yes.
Alright, we were sitting, he sat down, I was running data at GAC, not sure what year it was.
It was 2011.
2011?
Yeah.
But he looked at me and went, personally, I got sick and tired of driving all the way down to Frostland.
Frostlands, but so you guys were both members of Frostlands at the time.
Yeah. And after Key, we set a date. Boom, done.
Oh, I do have to add this. The original name of Wolfheim was originally going to be Ravengard, but thanks to Raven Nest, I had to change it. And Maddox and I and a lot of other people agreed on Wolfheim, which is a lot better name to you guys. Wicked more emblem.
Complicated emblem.
Shut your whore mouth.
I'm trying to embroider that thing. It's a pain in the ass, man. Ethereal Tides is easy compared to that.
Ethereal Tides is horrible.
I've sat there and watched the embroidery machine and Ethereal Tides easy compared to that bull crap. This is complicated. Bull crap! Complicated.
The new one's not bad.
The new one's fine. The old original.
Frostlands.
And you gotta watch that machine like
And you guys started
screw up on that.
So then you guys picked up some other guys, right? And that's where Zeit came in.
Yeah.
You're all stars.
We used to pretend to Amtgard back in the day, Stoke Club. Big group of us Stokeners who pretended to Amtgard. We Bellegarth there for a while, and they kind of found Fort Acro without me, Wolfheim. They're like, these guys are terrible out here, they just drool on themselves all the time. We really need someone to come out, whip into shape, tell me something. So I showed up in August of 2012, brought a few bibs and cleaned town. And thankfully, these are respectable people that you can visit them.
There's a lot of things easily. So that Zeit's actually been playing Amtgard for been phone fighting for years and years and years. When CC and the Frostlands used to do raids, there are videos from that. And in the background of those videos, you can see a young Zeit who does not play Amtgard at this time, running around fighting.
I call Tom Brett. There was never a young Zeit.
So what I got there is much of a young Zeit as there was that. Bearded, fully headed hair. Hey, wait, we got that document. I want my signing credits.
So imagine my signing. I call bullshit with a full head of hair Bronco.
Alright, so social and then quiet down.
So I'm going through things trying to get CC's 10-year stuff organized, and I'm looking at this video from this raid, and they're in the background like, what the hell is Zeit doing out there? There he is running across the field. Like, really? Like, never met the guy before in my life, but I've been playing with him for 10 years.
That is the best trolling I've ever seen. Hey, there was trolling before there was trolling.
So what does it mean to be a member of Wolfheim?
Well, both of us do troll, not me, we just went live. What do you expect from Wolfheim? A really good sense of humor.
Hey, I do that. Everybody from Wolfheim I've ever met, awesome personality, sense of humor, like nothing you've ever met. Fantastic people.
You know one thing about Wolfheim I really enjoy? Great battle games and no unfucking classics.
4 battle games a day.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah, we're lucky we get one in NCC.
Yeah. Let's go to the kindergarten. I want to know about the kindergarten.
Ethereal Tides.
Speak. Creator.
Hi. He's there. Both arrived.
This is my brother. Just saying. Alright, we started with Ethereal Tides, and I split off from this. I ended up moving south.
So good.
No offense.
at 7 in the morning and then go back to work at 11 that night. Just really couldn't do that. So I was like, all right. I bought a new house, I moved a little south. Herc was my first roommate. We were like, all right, let's look for a suitable place to find a park. I wanted to do it right in our city of 1600. Probably not the best idea. So we looked around and was like, there's a major metropolitan area 40 minutes away. There's got to be a decent population of nerds.
I mean, after someone...
There's a lot of
I moved in 2012, but I started the park in 2013. Quit your bitching. No. Anywho. So me and Herc did a lot of input work, and then Oz moved in. We did a lot of work. I mean, even searching for a park, we did it on one of the most unique days. When we went down to Rochester to check out all the parks, it was torrential downpour. And apparently, well, there was another park that had did this, but they didn't figure it out until after torrential downpour, that their park was a bowl. I was like, hey, this is actually pretty good. We figured out which part will stay dry when we're getting soaked to the bone. But no, we found a decent park, a very shitty parking space, but it was a decent park. It's called Goose Park. Literally, that is its nickname in Rochester. We can go into that later. However, it was we did a big event for our first park day out there. We had some of the Misty's guys, we had some Raven's Nest guys, whatever. After that, yeah, Herc actually did a very nice push for that night. It was great. Until somebody tossed one of the fake Easter eggs in the geese's nest. We weren't getting that back. However, it was a good first day. Well, after that, it was pretty slow. It was both me, Herc, and Oz going down to the park every weekend. Well, Herc ended moving out for extenuating circumstances. We'll leave it at that for now. However, he moved to Wisconsin for those. So then it became me and Oz. Well, Oz wasn't that motivated. So then it became me standing out in the middle of a park, fully in guard, would occasionally pose when the Rochester trolley would go by. I mean, I would get up, pose, and then sit back down. One of the guys who did manage to find us was a man by the name of Pete, later to be known Joxer.
The Mighty!
After several name changes, led us to his group was a homegrown lark. We ended up merging with them, taking over their park space, which was literally just down the road from us. Most of them quit except Pete stayed. However, Pete dragged in Bremen. Bremen ended up dragging in Green a year later. So when Herc left, for extenuating circumstances, Bremen took over for champion. And then the winter hit us shortly after, so it's pretty much died out. As much as I love sparring with Bremen.
So, you're not answering my question. So, when I was Prince, first time, I traveled everywhere. And I came here 3 times. And every single time I came in, it was vault and like 28-year-olds. Just running around. I want to know about those times and how they'll transition.
So you've heard year 1, pretty simple. Year 2 and 3, we lived in a residential neighborhood. Now, unfortunately, I mean, as a young boy, I fought with my brother with plastic swords and we beat the crap out of each other. So I find it hard to turn away these little kids who want to fight in a safe environment with foam weapons. Now, however, my champion at the time has a slight dislike of minions. Especially while he's playing warrior, wearing 4 points of chainmail over Gambison in the middle of summer in Rochester. So like 80, 90 degrees with 80% humidity. He's chasing these little things down, and they all played assassin. All of them. No. Like, wow, I get to be a ninja. Jabba weasels as far as the eye can see.
is
13.
December 2013, beginning of 2014. And then
This is 14. Now, the next year is a year. The next year, 14, ended up being. Yeah. For 2 years, this was pretty much the norm. Until we put up some shitty flyers for the game show, which attracted some of
You got two of the best players you ever played.
Actually, no, that was Droxer's fault. He put a flyer. Yeah, they were already. Their fault. You were Joxer's fault. Yeah, remember that.
Honest to God, if you ever watched Hercules Legendary Journey, they have Aeolus at that park.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
He's one of our new members who's totally up for fighting. I mean, he challenges Belfield on a regular basis and still has a smile on his face when Belfield smokes.
I fought with that kid once. I freaking love that guy.
Yolos is awesome.
How many times have you been Monarch of Ethereal Tides?
For 3 years straight.
Who's Monarch
3 years straight. It's started slowly weaning away from children with short attention spans. So now we've only got 3.
You guys only have like 3 kids now.
The next few elections are going to come down to what I say them, Imperial Tides wants. That's what the power is.
Proton smells. He's not coming down there.
The problem with that is they don't smell.
Well, that's why it's our job.
It's our job to get there. Like interpark story that it's CC's claim to fame. Does anybody have any like other like cool interpark stories that are fun?
I have a shit ton of stories.
I would like to hear about the inner park story from Crimson Circle and Serena Meadows. Am I the only person here who knows that story?
Yeah, you might have to tell the story, man.
We're gonna bring that up. Whoa.
Get up
You
there.
would have to be on this panel.
Get up there.
No, he was. He's just more shy than Nadir is.
Perhaps the Serene Meadows story will be for later. I don't actually know the story. I can only summarize it.
You can tell the Ravens Best Rated ET story. I wasn't there, but we got our shit stopped in, right? When Ravens Best Rated ET.
Yeah, I like that one.
True fucking story. I was not there, but I heard we got our shit stomped in by those dudes.
That's right. Well, it happened. They picked a fight they couldn't pay no armor in my house, and I just loaded my noobs with armor. Rotan had to stop being a reeve to help his own park. It was a weird day. It was a weird day.
You want to hear about raids that get shit on? I want to see you get rid of an entire class of
CC right here.
Every Frostlander can testify that Crimson Circle removed a class.
What? Okay, I want to hear this.
The legendary Raider Hall.
Everyone shut the fuck up!
Oh, I remember that. That was from the first battle of the Iron Mountains Rising Winds War.
So if anybody's not aware of what the Raider class is, the Raider class was a new class in V7, early V7, that basically had 2 points of invuln armor and could use any item they wanted, or any weapon they wanted.
And it was indestructible. Any item. And they were immune to all magic.
And they were immune to all, so it was the ultimate new.
No, they're immune to offensive magic. Beneficial magic.
Yeah, sorry.
So you can put other enchantments on.
So Raiders, you can only play Raider for your first 4 credits. So, what CC decided to do, because we had some really fun times with Crosslands. We came from them. They're our parents, right? And kids love their parents in the best way possible. So we decided that we were going to fuck with them hardcore. We got together just about everyone that we knew, about 50 or so people, and we armed 20 some of them with tower shields, and it was their first day playing Amtgard. And we went down to Crosslands, who at the time was Duchy level numbers. They were, pumping 40 to 50 weekly, and we proceeded to stomp their shit in.
As a Shire.
As a Shire. We had about 40 people of our own, but half of them were all Raiders. So there's actually video of this on YouTube. You can search for Raider Wall of Doom, and you'll see this wall of people just
Raider Wall of Doom. Lots of O's. You'll find it.
So we ended up beating the Frost, and it was a huge thing for us because they had some of the best fighters around, and they had a really good team between ACW at the time, and I mean, you guys were a powerhouse. I mean, there were 6 of you, and you guys could take out 20.
No, that was one of ACW's first time fielding as ACW. Shortly after the
all I remember is the Frost Hammer coming up and hitting the wall, and you just hear point, 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 and you're like, what?
Actually, fun fact about the Frost Hammer, I own that thing now. I mean, it is still around.
You should have brought it!
There was no way on earth I could. Oh no, we didn't really roll it. We could have rolled it.
What the hell, man? But no, you still have the fucking. This is your fault.
So this happened twice. Because then, I think CC rated Frostlands.
No, that was a CC rated Frostlands.
Okay. Frostlands rated
CC rated everybody.
That summer we were raiders.
We tried.
You rated Mist and broke Zodiac.
That's true.
It's not hard.
Hey,
Zodiac was the first warlord. I think he's warlord, right? He was or knight. He was the first knight that I had ever met. And granted, the guy was sick and he was not in great health. But I beat him and I walked away just like, oh, the Amtgard knight's not that good. But then it was like, again, the guy was not in great health and whatever else. I had no idea who he was. But it was.
Let's preface this story with Crimson Circle showed up with like 30 to 40 people, like they always
versus 8.
There are 8 people.
Because the person they trusted to tell us they were coming did not tell us.
And there was an event going on that weekend.
Event called the Minnesota Renaissance Festival.
Hold on. We showed up with like 40 people and we're like, you guys still want to do this?
We did it. Zodiac
So that actually reminds me much of the what was it, Frostlands versus the Kingdom of the Rising Wind trade. It was 55 versus 11. No, 5! 55 versus 5. We had 11 to 1 odds.
At least an hour before, drilling the park members on how to march out to the forest in the most intimidating manner possible. And 5 people showed up. Like,
I will not deny when Frost Brew, we did not help that raid. We were just joking around during those practices all the time.
Papa Greystone was so adamant about the drill and practice, it didn't matter that only 5 people showed up. He was still going to make everybody march out there in the most intimidating way possible.
We actually brought 2 new people to that, and while they never exactly told us, we think that the adamant execution of the raid plan might be the reason why they never came back. Because we were sitting there waiting in the forest to ambush people for like stupid minutes. So
that fight was as good as when the Rising Winds invaded Dark Shores, where I'm going to pass off to Lumpy. Lumpy, Dark Shores versus the Rising Winds, Raphael, Death Laser from the Hill.
Oh yeah!
Boom! Because Lumpy needs to top.
Yeah, I got kind of sidetracked before, but yeah. Okay, so from what I recollect of this, help me out guys if you were there.
I was there. Fucking killed freaking, what's his name?
Okay, so it's fairly common knowledge that there was some conflict between Miss Lynn and Starmount. I personally think this started in our mid-reign, I think in 2005 or 6. It must have been 2006. When there was a disputed Prime Minister election and several of our members left and transferred their credits to Miss the Dawn, and kind of took a chip on their shoulder with them, and it kind of spread. I don't really get why people were so crazy about it. I didn't care. I loved everybody. But yeah, I mean, there was some animosity, and people like, you know, as far as the Frostlands, we had a lady from Frostlands, so like a couple blocks from where we played. We would go to Starmont because one of her buddies who went to Mists, who used to be at Mists, told her that we're all a bunch of scumbags. Proton. Yes. Proton. Yep.
Hey, you're not Proton.
He's Proton. Oh, hey. All right. So where am I picking up? I was just kind of starting out with the. I started out with like the beginning of like the sort of rivalry and animosity that we had. All right. When I came in 2009 as a new member of Mist, just to be honest, there was a lot of animosity going on. People told me if you go to Starmount, that's where the assholes were. They thought just fighting was all that was important, but the way I was raised, it was focusing on my own personal experience going through that. So I was elected Sheriff of Missadon at the time, and in the winter, our population went down to about 8. So one time, me, Vaughn, and Saffron, which you all remember Missadon, decided to make a trip out to Starmount for the winter. And after a long day of fighting, we all enjoyed it, and we were invited out to dinner. Because Starmount was always a great host, in my opinion. Oh yeah, like every time after park we'd go out to dinner together and just do our bonding thing. Like if it was super cold, we'd go and get like hot cocoa and cider and coffee. And, like, I mean, we were in St. Paul, so there's plenty of places to choose from, and there was always a good time to be had. And we loved hosting Miss the Dawn guys in the middle of winter. It was cold. We had snow forts. It was great. And we played through almost any weather. I mean, we had game days of 20 below, and it was awesome. Hey, don't you flinch. That stuff's awesome.
I'll flinch at 20 below, thank you.
Yeah, and actually, after that first time visiting, as Monarch of Missadon, I brought it up to my populace to have a vote. We should spend the rest of the winter at Kingdom Park with Starmount. And the people voted yes. Oh yeah, you remember the princes that we fought over? Yeah, we got there one week and there were like these igloos that people built. Some of them had caved in, so they were like little ring walls. And that was awesome to fight over. So after this winter, because Missadon would travel into St. Paul, Minnesota to fight with Starmount, at the time to some of the veterans of Missadon as our enemy. But we fought, we enjoyed each other, we worked together. We did this until the spring, where we went back to our own park. But at this point, there was a good bond going between Starmount and Mist. Oh yes, and it started a series of joint events. Yes. We had a few joint mid-range. Yeah, we had mid-range, corrugations. Yep. Some of our raid schedules. It's like all the past 8 was gone.
Is that what eventually ended with you guys merging?
I really think it did. It did. Well, once when it's like I was in office again, Lumpy was in office again, we were sharing at the same time. Yes, I do. So we worked together. Actually, me and Lumpy planned a lot of our schedules. Yep. So we did that cross program. So, and I mean, all the past hate between our 2 parks was actually more or less forgiven, forgotten. It was dumb to start with. I didn't personally have any issues because I started in this and I still love Mists. I just folks there, you know, this guy playing. That's right. This right here. We had our Prince Aiden actually declared as legit. That's right. By Prince Aiden, we are bros. Best thing he ever did is Prince. That's right. A dwarf got trained as a brother. Best thing Aiden ever did. That was a pretty lame duck raid. Alright, so anyways. Next part. So, history of Mist and Starmount. We got over our differences.
by fighting, by enjoying class games, getting past grievances.
Plus Chinese food.
That's true. Panda buffet.
No, that's the place across the street.
Does anybody else have another question?
We have one more. Ask a question.
This is the panel. You folks in the crowd have questions for this panel.
Quiet down. Say it one more time, bro.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever been bitten by at an event?
You! Indoors!
In the balls. So it all works because I was going to say
I think Minor was the best answer, so we can probably do one more.
Alright, another question. Hey, question. People asking shit. We're willing to we're here to share our wisdom.
One final question, and then we're going to close the panel.
Make it good. Ask a question.
Okay.
Make it good. We're too drunk to lie.
That whole time.
make it weird too easy.
Around the panel.
I'm also too drunk to carry on the paddle.
Why does the panel think that Nina Park just fails so frequently?
Oh, okay. Where did Nadir go?
I have no knowledge of this, but I will talk about it.
So since Nadir's a little bit occupied, so I'll take his place. I'll talk a little bit about the failure of Nina. The failure. When before I had mentioned that Frostlands is a park that had actually been moving around a lot, it actually almost became a problem. And the last time we had moved parks, we had said that if we move again, people are going to start calling us the Nomad Lands and not the Frostlands. So where I personally think Nina fits into this more than anything is because our typical direction that we go is we either have a park in Appleton or we have a park in Oshkosh, and Nina is literally right between those. And every time we get a like extra super ambitious player who comes to our park who wants to start their own park, they usually happen to live near the Nina area and just want to start something like in their backyard, basically. That's like a 5-minute walk from their park. And they can just never pool in numbers because everybody's already busy in either Oshkosh or Appleton. That's my theory. There may be other theories related to it. Interestingly enough, we've had fighter practices in Nina, and there was gang activity like a couple weeks ago. So that might also be a factor as to why Nina Parks don't work.
Yeah, CC was there.
That gang was not Crimson Circle.
That gang was CC.
So, Theo, would you like to close the panel?
Yeah.
No. We will do another panel because people have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
Maybe we'll pick out some themes or something. We'll find some fun stuff. All right, I just want to thank everybody for being up here and talking. This was really cool. It went better than I had hoped, which is good because my expectations for things in Amtgard are usually pretty low. I like the twist. Hey! I did like the twist with the drinking. That was a good call. Hey! I feel like that was probably good. But thank you. Let's go party. Let's have fun.
There's nothing. To my knowledge, there's nothing left on the Polaris schedule today. So if you want to come and see my neighbors, now drink in excess and play games and socialize and be responsible while drinking in excess.
Mike, what if we've always